Hi, this is Kendrick Jones, and I'm here to provide an update on my giving up snacking. I'm just going to say snacking in general. I know that my biggest thing that I wanted to give up was snacking on chips, specifically Doritos, but I worked really, really hard to just stop snacking in general. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Um, all in all, I would say that the experience has been a daunting one. I have given up snacking now for about 3 weeks. I tried to do it cold turkey. That was like the biggest mistake that I ever could have made because immediately I found myself going to the vending machine and just standing there. Like I just wanted to have some chips so badly. So I did go to Target and I went down the little health aisle that they had over there, and I saw some trail mix and things like that. But those aren't really my forte, my go to. So I said, okay, well, let me try to see if they had some healthier alternative chips, and they did. And I did try the apple chips that they had on the aisle. Nobody told me that those chips, though, were very high in fiber. So, needless to say, I stopped taking those or eating those chips. And instead, I found these. I love carrots. So, I found that there was a carrot chip. They're called carrot chips. They're carrots, but they're cut like ruffles. So, they have like a rigid design to it. And just snacking on those throughout the day and drinking water was really, really helpful. I also started to notice that I had a little bit more energy throughout the day, which was really good as well. Another thing that I would do when I would snack typically is I would get me my chips and I would get me a soda. So I noticed that that was like my habit when I would go to the vending machine at work. I'll get me a bag of Doritos and I'll typically get me a ginger ale. That was my go-to for the day. I noticed afterwards that even though I was still snacking on the carrot chips, and it was still was considered snacking, I still wanted something to drink, and I still wanted to have a soda. So I did go back to Target. Target got everything. And I went to Target and I got LaCroix. So I've been drinking a lot of LaCroix and snacking on little things like I have been eating trail mix. It's not my favorite, but I do eat it, throughout the day. But the carrot chips was really helpful. I found that if you add like lemon juice, not from the bottle, but if you add lemon juice from like a cut lemon, that would really like heighten the flavor as well. So that was really good to know. And just seeing, I would say that seeing other people eat chips, I'm not gonna lie, for a cool minute, it did bother me because I was like, I really want to ask them for their chips. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna tough it out. I'm gonna keep it up. I did have a couple of weekdays and weak moments when it was like, hey, I'm home alone. There's nobody to hold me accountable. So I do have like a bag of chips in the pantry. I'm gonna open them. I'm gonna have some chips. But I was very proud of myself because I wasn't sitting there going like, let me get a treasure trove of chips. It was like I only had maybe about 5 or 6. And so that combined with the changing in terms of like just my eating in general and just trying to live a different, a healthier lifestyle, I would say that I felt a lot better. One thing that I did learn about myself is that I am very hard on myself because the days that I did notice that I was, hungry and I wanted some chips and I'm like, I'm going to go get chips out of my pantry. I felt so bad afterwards. And I realized there was no one around me to make me feel bad. It was just me making myself feel bad. So that was something that I had to check on with myself. It would have been helpful in this process if I had an accountability partner in terms of my friends or my family, but I didn't really want them to be heavily involved in this process, more so because not just because it was for a class, but also because I wanted to do this for me. And I feel like sometimes outside influences can have a negative outcome. So I just wanted to keep this to myself, and I'm glad that I did. I have also been working out as well, going to the gym. So that has been helpful in terms of, just watching what I eat, watching how often I eat it, counting how many times during the day do I feel like snacking on something. And I noticed that, with the use of water, and then just, going to the gym and then having those little bits of snacks in between, like a couple of carrot chips, a couple of handfuls of trail mix, the little energy bars that you get from the gym. I noticed that I wasn't really hungry as much during the day, which was really good because I figured that's where my snacking came from. And then when I started feeling very anxious about work assignments or meeting with kids or even just schoolwork, I wasn't like, okay, let me get the work done, but before I get the work done, let me go get a snack. It was more so just let me get the work done, and afterwards I would treat myself with something healthy like a sack of apples, little cut apple slices that they give at the school in a little sack, and things of that nature. So that was my experience. Definitely rewarding. I know that I'm able to have chips again now that I'm done, but I don't have them as often. So that's like an applause for me. So I haven't had Doritos, which are my go-to. I haven't had Doritos in a minute, but the chips that I have been trying lately are these chips that my trainer has put me on. They're like they're veggie chips, but he told me that if you like to heighten the flavor, if I add like a little bit of Mrs. Dash on them, it makes them taste a little bit good. And he wasn't lying. It does taste pretty good. So I've been enjoying that so far. And again, that along with working out, I have seen some changes in just the way I feel during the day, my energy levels, my weight. That has also been really helpful as well. So yeah, it was a really good experience, and I'm thankful for it. And I really, really appreciate it and enjoyed this opportunity. So thank you.